Pit with Rich Telford here.
You said my name right.
I did. It's our year anniversary, so we're really excited.
Special.
It is. So you guys are going into a match against Thunder. How have you guys been playing this weekend? We haven't seen you on the webcast yet.
Yeah, we only played one match. We played against Vicious, and we played him pretty well. We played him on the other field. We beat him, I think, 5-6. It should have been more like 7-2, but they're a strong team, and they came back at the end.
You still won. How's this field playing for you guys? It's a very aggressive field layout.
Yeah, I think it's a good layout for us. I mean, it's you can shoot heavy on the break, you can fill up the gut, you can kind of push down both tapes. So the more options, I think, the better it is for us.
It has been a little bit of a tougher season for you guys. How have you grown as a team, and what have you learned?
By terrible, I mean by tough, you mean terrible, right? Yeah, it's been a terrible season. We have really good individual players, and we're still struggling to play as a team. And once we can get our really good individual players to play as a team, we're going to be where we need to be, which is the top 4 pros.
Since this is such an open field, what are some crucial things you guys need to succeed at to make sure you get all the points on the board and make this 7-0 in 10 minutes?
Well, as always in 5-man, you got to win the breakout. So we have to win the breakout. We have to determine whether or not they're shooting our outside guys, and if so, we need to go up the gut. If they're not shooting our outside guys, we need to take advantage of that and push down those tapes.
All right, well, thank you, Mr. Telford.
Thank you.
No, thank you. We'll see what happens.
Well, I'll tell you what. I really like the. Did you notice that energy that Rich had right there? Really like that. I think that Excessive is a team that absolutely can do better than they've done. I don't think it's necessarily an issue. I mean, yeah, that they have. I think they need some their twos to be a little bit more consistent. They need more production out of their twos or insert players. You know, because it's like, honestly, your threes, your back players can only do so much. The guys that are playing that back center, other than shoot guys off the break, and I think that their back players do that. And then their two main front players, and Thomas Taylor and Riley Sullivan, are solid pros that have definitely put their time in and definitely can get it done. But we'll see right now as things are about to transpire here between Seattle Thunder. Now, Seattle Thunder, that's another team that, you know, all these teams have a lot of talent, but the problem is can you get your talent working together at the same time? And Thunder's had problems with that.
And we've seen them this year a couple of times where they're just this close from getting back, and they just keep making those fatal mistakes that's costing them to get to the next level there. So let's see if they can do that here right now.
Yeah, I like watching Excessive play, man. They're a fun team to watch play when they're on. Thomas Taylor, Riley Sullivan, even Rich Telford, who's like 900 years old. I mean, he still puts it down though, man. I mean, he's not fast, but he's sneaky. You know, right there, Excessive on your screen, Riley Sullivan, Thomas Taylor with the infamous faux hawk. Coming at you, split screen breakout, Excessive on your left, Thunder on your right.
All right, let's see if Thunder can make it out against those guns off the break of Excessive. And also, you know, with Corey Field on the field, man, he's an amazing shot as well for Thunder. Oh, and it looks like both teams full strength. No, Thunder finally dropping a body out of this back corner bunker over here on the Snake side of the field, and they lose their player trying to on the Dorito 2. So Thunder now down to 3 bodies, but Excessive losing a player as well. Junior Brown coming off early. So bodies dropping for both teams. Excessive still a 1-body advantage here. 4-on-3. Stillwell, Tucker, and Tuttle left for Thunder. Excessive has Jerry D'Amato, Jesse Lapid, Thomas Taylor, and Riley Sullivan on the field. That's a good attacking crew for Seattle Thunder. I can see why they played those guys to start the game out here. And we've seen Stephen Brown, Junior Brown, go up the center this year and didn't work out this point.
Seattle Thunder just loses Tommy Tucker, so it's Jared Stillwell and Burton Tuttle left on the field for Seattle Thunder. Here comes Thomas Taylor down the Snake 1. Trying to put some heat on Burton Tuttle. As we say that, they take out Jared Stillwell.
Nice job, you know.
Here comes the
a major penalty. Let's see who that's on. I don't know if that's going to be on Tuttle or if it's going to be on. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be on Thunder. You can see that Thomas Taylor pumping his fist. Nice job. Thomas Taylor had a good crossfield shot and started shooting the field. Thomas has really been putting a lot of work in the gym, man. I saw him before the event, and he looks as shredded as I've ever seen him, and he normally comes in pretty shredded anyway. You know, so amazing work by Excessive here in this first point. And it was close, though. It was close for a while, so Excessive going up 1-0. here against Seattle Thunder. I'm Matty Marshall with Steve Rabikoff and Chris Asoya. We'll be right back after this. All right, we are back here. Sacramento XSV up 1-0 over Seattle Thunder in this Challengers League matchup. These teams both still in the hunt. And DMG, the only team that hasn't won a game yet, but they still have games to play after this. So they went 0-2 yesterday.
You know, that's surprising too, because DMG actually has a pretty nice little roster there. You know, and talking about this game, Seattle Thunder getting that major penalty with one player alive. It's God, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Just walk up.
Yeah,
the field.
just get up, man. There's
Take
no
the hit
reason. You're not
and
going to
walk.
win. You're not going to win the point.
Yeah.
You're not. Just get up and leave.
All right. And now they've started here with the major.
And they're already down 1 point.
Yeah, which immediately puts a win in Excessive sales. And Excessive's going to come out and
They're hardcore, man. When
Yeah.
they come swinging.
well, and Rich is out there on the field, and talk about guys that are really good at shooting people off the break. Rich Telford is, and they have their other solid players out there, Jerry D'Amato, and they're putting Jaime Lopez out. See what Jaime Lopez can do over here. So, and look at this, Rich Telford chalking up a kill right away. So Rich Telford getting a kill over there on the Dorito side, big gun for Excessive. And then let's see if, but it looks like Jaime Lopez gets shot as well. And then the push coming from Riley Sullivan for Excessive on that D side of the field. He's into the 40-yard line, Dorito, shooting towards that center.
And you know, there's a handful of, you know, look at this Riley Sullivan. He's so calm and collective when he's over there, no matter how many guns are shooting at him.
He's been doing this a long time, Chris.
Yeah, he's going to get in that 50 Dorito real quick. He's had a rough year from what I've seen. He has not been playing up his potential by any means because he's a very solid player.
Well, we've only seen him a couple games out here on the Champions Field, but it seems like Riley is doing a really good job of pushing down the field, at least when we've seen him out here, but then not really getting as much contributions once he's at that 50-yard line. But I've heard he's been playing well to help Excessive out there on the Challengers' other side of the field. So here we go, Thomas Taylor on your screen right now. He's in Snake 2. In that middle part of it, and then now he's going to come around, try to get to that 50-yard line.
You know, and speaking of Rich Telford, there's a handful of people that I never want to run against in this league. Rich Telford is one of those guys. Rich Telford, Travis Lemansky, you, Matty.
Jay Bangs.
Thanks,
Chris Hooker.
Chris Hooker.
I'm telling you. Here comes another one. Thomas Taylor going to work.
Ooh, and Thomas Taylor trades out actually with that stand-up, but he did his work in there. So yeah, nice job by Rich Telford. Getting 2 confirmed, and Thomas Taylor clocking in for a couple too.
But if there was anything positive that Thunder did on that point was they've chewed up a lot of that penalty.
Look at this. Rich is just going to wait. This is actually kind of smart or just hang it and they can get, just hang it up. That way you get that good break there, the power play break.
I wasn't quite. I think Rich was just tired from running the 20 feet he did, and wanted to take a break. He's like, okay, I need to get my breath back. He's gonna kill me when he hears that.
Yeah.
However,
hey, it's okay because he gives it out in a fun way when he's out there.
Hey, Rich is a fighter. He'll take it. He'll
he's
dish
awesome.
it out.
He is a fighter.
But it is be fun if we get him up here Sunday and he watches this game, because this is going to be probably no holds barred for you.
Oh, absolutely not. And Rich, he's one of our longest and oldest friends, and I say oldest because I think he's older than I am. And that's
well, you know who wins in that? The fans get to win, because it's going to be and I get to win because it's going to be so funny to listen to you guys go at each other.
Yeah, they do.
All right, so 16:32 to go. It's been all Sacramento XSV here in this game against Seattle Thunder.
I'm older than him.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you look at
I don't know if I want to say that.
I don't.
Baldar, you look at. I mean, come on.
No way. He definitely looks older than me. Look at that. Come on.
I don't think so.
Hey, Rich is still out there playing top-level paintball, though, and you
Yes,
are getting.
I'm not.
And I'm up here.
I'm here next to Alzheimer's Chris.
Yeah, from the Modesto, California. And years pro, we need to add a 1 on there. It's more like 19 years pro. We'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
One of the fundamental issues with traditional paintball markers is the loader on top of the gun. To eliminate those issues, we integrated the loader directly inside the gun. You're not going to have a hopper being a big target for your opponent to hit, and your field of vision will not be restricted anymore. We've done a ton of field testing with different tournament players, different employees. Nobody wants to give this gun back. It's badass.
So we are back here. 2-0 is the score, 16:32 on the clock. Sacramento XSV and Seattle Thunder here in this Challengers League matchup. So Thunder is going to have to try to live against those guns off the break. Now Riley Sullivan's going to creep down and try to get a shot before he advances out. It looks like he might have caught one. No, still alive. And yes, there comes the kill. That's a big kill too. Corey Field coming off. Big gun for Seattle Thunder coming off.
When he came out of the box, he came out of the box and got blasted right away.
Oh, it was Field that was in the box?
He was in the box, yes.
Oh, wow. So Corey Field was the one that got that penalty.
Uncharacteristic too, man. He doesn't get many penalties.
Well, he's a heads-up player. You know, Corey Field's a guy that has that really solid field awareness, and now the body's still dropping here for as Adam Gomez comes off for Thunder. Aaron Tholey coming off for XSV, as well as Jesse Lapid. So
back and forth paintball.
midpoint bloodbath here. 3-on-3.
And Jared Stillwell for Thunder going into the stake too. So
lots of gunfights being won, lots of gunfights being lost out there right now.
Absolutely. But good back and forth paintball. Oh, and right there, Seattle Thunder losing another player. I think that's Tommy Tucker taking the walk. I'm sorry, Nico Perry.
That leaves Tommy Tucker solo, getting ready to.
He's going to wear it by Thomas.
Here.
Oh,
oh, wow.
Did you see that? Thomas Taylor coming down the highway. He almost got caught in the open. Almost got caught in the open and getting blasted. But he's a dip and diver, man. Thomas Taylor actually makes those moves and actually lives. He's one of those guys that he's a scrambler at the end of the day. And he looks in good shape, like you said, Matty.
He really has put a lot of time in. You know, Thomas is getting older himself, and he's been playing that front snake position for such a long time. It really takes a toll on your body. He's had knee issues over the years, but got such a huge heart. I mean, if you want to define Thomas, I mean, basically big heart would be a good way to do it because, you know, he really kind of, you know, wears his heart on his shoulder. But really taking it seriously here as he knows he wants to try to maintain his ability to play that one. Uh-oh, and it looks like going to be a bench penalty on XSV as I think they're...
it might actually pull the flag player because I think Thomas walked off the field.
No, that point's going to be conceded, so Stephen Brown.
That was odd. And, you know, and just to let you guys know what happened is when you got on the bench side of the field, it's a non-coaching side. You're not allowed to say hang the flag. You're not allowed to say anything over in that side of the field whatsoever.
Well, I think I saw one of their pod collectors come out a little early, and I think might be what it was. But as soon as we get that information, we will relay it to you. Regardless, XSV is going to have to start this next point down a body, which is finally going to give Seattle Thunder a little bit of a glimmer of hope here because they've just been getting beat by Sacramento XSV. They're getting more body shot off the break. They're losing gunfights to Sacramento XSV. They're letting XSV push down the field on them. So here's Thunder's chance. Let's see if they can take advantage of it. We'll be right back after this.
The 2013 season of the CXBL has officially come to a close. Thanks to all the players and sponsors for once again making the CXBL one of North America's greatest leagues. Stay tuned to buypbl.com on Facebook. The 2014 season is just around the corner.
Welcome back, 2013 PSP World Cup. Watching a little Challengers League action. These teams fighting to earn the right to get back into the Champions Division with the 10 best teams in the world. And XSV looking pretty sharp in this match right now. Controlling all aspects of the play, and it looks like Aaron Tholey is going to be the one that has to serve the time for that bench penalty. So,
well, and right now XSV has 5-6 people on the field.
Well, Junior Brown ran out there, but he was luckily able to get off at the last second. So 4 bodies alive for XSV.
And Jared Stillwell went right to the right side A for Seattle Thunder. So
I like that middle, man. I mean,
It is. A lot of teams are playing it, and some guys aren't playing it at all, which is surprising. I think, like you said, Chris, that middle, if you're not afraid to play that middle, you can do some work in there.
oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, sorry, Matty, go ahead.
Well, I was to say 14 minutes here. This is Thunder's chance to try to get back in this match. They have 4 bodies alive right now. Stillwell is really the only one doing any work for them. 4 confirmed kills for him. Gomez has 1 and Field has 1. Field had that penalty. Tucker and Nico Perry, who are talents, they need to step up right now for Thunder. If Nico Perry and Tommy Tucker don't shoot anybody for Thunder, Thunder's not going to win games.
And it looks like Jared Stillwell did, like I said, going that Dorito side for excessive.
And also,
Jared was sitting right there, just posted up.
And also Jerry Diamato taking the walk for excessive. But look at this. Tommy Tucker trying to fill in that corner, snake corner, because here comes Jaime Lopez, backed up by Thomas Taylor. But number 31, Aaron Tholey, taking the walk for excessive as well.
Sitting there at the back, snake one just standing up. No one's even shooting at him.
Yeah, Thomas is, well, yeah. No one's, the bunker's just there to put between you and paintballs. So if you can just stand over the top if no one's shooting at you. So now Thomas playing a little bit more respectable in there. And number 12 for Sacramento excessive, Jaime Lopez getting past the 50-yard line and getting a kill. Tommy Tucker getting taken out. Here comes Jaime Lopez. And this is one of those young players that excessive really needs to step up. If excessive,
look at Jaime Lopez.
Yeah, Chris, and Rab, if excessive. Oh, look at this, though, on the Dorito side. Here comes Seattle Thunder, man. Just when we thought Jaime Lopez was going to close this game out, or this point out, Thunder pushing down on that D side of the field, Nico Perry, but Nico finally gets taken out. So number 42, Nico Perry, trying to make something happen, but squandering their opportunity here.
Especially like they had right side A, they had the 50 Dorito, and their guys just couldn't stay alive over here, just playing a little casual over here.
Well, Tommy Tucker making that move down the wire really didn't. All he had to do was just stay put, control the wire, control the snake player. Jaime Lopez could have stayed put. Thomas Taylor, he controls 2 players at once. You're up to 50. Just chill out. Don't run down the field. I mean, I don't agree with that move at all.
Because Thunder was starting to shoot some of the guys off that Dorito side. So, yeah, that move was sloppy.
Well, Jaime Lopez doing work over here for excessive. And before we go to commercial break, just want to say, if excessive wants to get into the Champions League, they need to have guys like Jaime Lopez, Jesse Lapid. I mean, everyone obviously needs to be playing well, but they need a full complement of attackers in the 1 and the 2 position. And Jaime played really well. It's good to see him do that in this last point. So excessive going up 4-0 here, completely dominating Thunder. We'll be right back after this.
The 2013 season of the CXBL has officially come to a close. Thanks to all the players and sponsors for once again making the CXBL one of North America's greatest leagues. Stay tuned to buypbl.com on Facebook. The 2014 season is just around the corner.
There's the Thunder crew, ready for this next point. Field, Olsvik, Stillwell, Crimian. Let's see if they got what it takes here to try to finally put a point on the board against excessive.
And Field looks like he's walking off again, so he's having a little bit of a rough start. And I want to say that Thomas Taylor's here at Snake 2, but Thunder's also at Snake 1, so.
Yeah, but Olsvik not as far up the field as Thomas Taylor, so good job by Thomas Taylor. He's going to push up to the 50-yard line and look cross field, and you see there's Olsvik on your screen from Seattle Thunder. He's got a player right beside him, and then now excessive filling into Snake 1 right behind Thomas Taylor, who's in Snake 3. So now Thomas has a back player, and that's number 12, Jaime Lopez again. And now we're looking over the top of Thomas Taylor, and it looks like another penalty on Seattle Thunder.
Looks like Jack Crimian.
Another player coming off on the Snake side here. That's number Matt Olsvik. coming out for Seattle Thunder. And here comes Thomas Taylor just down the field. I don't think slow is in Thomas Taylor's vocabulary.
Nah, man, he's one of the most aggressive snake players in the past 15 years.
He is,
for sure.
I've played against him before, and I've seen him run off the break all the way down the snake. I'll shoot at him the whole way. I'll miss every shot because I'm a horrible shot, but he will not miss. He'll come all the way down the snake. He'll shoot you and just keep going. He's one of the premier snake players in the league.
Yeah, a lot of heart, a lot of aggression from Thomas, and that's just basically that's been the backbone of his game. So it looks like.
Yeah, so looking at Excessive, it's 5-0 right now in favor of Excessive. 10:46 left, so very quick points here in this Challengers game. And 5-0, Sacramento Excessive over Seattle Thunder. We'll back up these messages.
So welcome back here, and we are watching Sacramento Excessive pretty much demolish Seattle Thunder right now. Thunder just not able to put a point on the board, score 5-0, and 10 minutes and 46 seconds remain. So Thunder does have time for a comeback, but they're going to have to really solve the problem of these small mistakes they keep making, and Excessive's just playing better paintball right now.
Just playing better at this event than they have the whole year, and they want to get back to the Champions Division, bro.
I'd like to see him back there as well, man. I mean, I think they have the talent and the depth that they need to be in that Champions Division. I think Seattle Thunder is back and forth. I think they need a little more time to grow into themselves and get a little more tightened up as far as that goes. They're all professional teams at the end of the day, but you know, Excessive has been one of those top tier teams for since their inception.
Well, Excessive was built off of a schism that happened within the ranks of the Ironmen years ago when I was on the team, and so there's a big breakup there, and the bulk of the Ironmen at the time went to form Excessive with Rich Telford as the captain, who brought a bunch of hired pros in after that.
Infamous guys.
Yeah, infamous guys. All
and Rusty.
And yeah, you can go watch Heroes for a Day. Try to find Heroes for a Day DVD if you can find it somewhere.
You guys took half
Tells
my
the
team,
story.
actually, now I think about it.
Because you were mean to everybody.
I wasn't mean.
They all left. There must have been a reason. What was the reason?
How about this game?
I'm just going to stand over here and watch you guys bicker.
5-0. I was coming into my own. I was trying to, I was getting, next.
Well, we're gonna let Rab and Steve argue it out over why the Excessive guys came over, and we'll be right back with potentially the conclusion of this match. Don't go anywhere.
A&S Gear is having their World Cup Super Sale. We've got A&S pods for half off. A&S gas tanks starting as low as $99.95. We've got swabs so cheap that you can throw them away. You can get Nelson paint arriving at your door, $31.95. Jerseys, we've got them starting at $4.95. And pants, starting at $29.95. Shop now at ansgear.com and don't miss out on the biggest paintball sale ever.
Welcome back here, Fantasy of Flight, Polk City, Florida. Manny Marshall with Chris Lasoya and Steve Rabakoff, and we're watching the 2013 PSP World Cup. 400 teams from around the globe. We're in the Challengers bracket right now. Last game of the Challengers bracket here on the main field, and Thunder is just struggling now. Excessive pushing up in the center, as well as Seattle Thunder. Both teams have a player in that center 50.
This is awesome.
Here he goes. Oh, he shot him.
He ran right by him.
Oh, here goes a red flag.
Oh, yeah, hey, that's a good call. I don't even think, honestly, I don't even think he knew he was there. That was number 9 up in the center for Sacramento XSV. Junior Brown is up at the X, or the A. And Seattle Thunder drawing a major penalty. Jared Stillwell ran right by him. Didn't even know he was there.
Yeah, Jesse Lapid.
Tried to get a creep on him and got caught.
Whoa, Jesse Lapid almost caught one there. Able to duck back and dodge that paintball. Trying to gun up on the Dorito. 30-yard line. Dorito ends up taking him out.
Was that Rich that went to the A on the break?
No, I think that was Junior Brown.
Junior Brown went up there. I mean, I think Rich Telford was on a full sprint, and he just actually got there. But no, actually getting Richard Telford up in the middle of the field is
Well,
he gets up there. He does a creep, man. He knows the spots.
Yeah.
He's a creeper.
Well, I mean, Rich is just he's just begging for the guy to come out, but he's going to have to be holding his gun up for the next minute and 10 seconds. So they might as well just hang it up, man. I mean, you're beating him up pretty bad.
This is awesome. See, now if this was me.
There's a minute left on the penalty.
But, I mean, if this was me and
I think
Rich
Rich
Telford,
is just doing this for fun.
Yeah, I think so, too. I mean, they're up 5-0. And if this is me and Rich Telford, Rich knows I'll come out just blazing.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
And
so Rich is just posted up.
This is actually
it's Jared Stillwell.
I want to see this.
I've never seen this before either. 29 seconds.
If Jared
is just laughing about it, Stillwell's like, "Really, dude? Really?
This
it's
is
just
what
okay.
I would
Let's do it.
I
Let's,
would come
let's
out
have a little
and
paintball."
This is Old West.
Yeah.
Let's gun blaze.
Well, now if Jared has a
look at Rich, he's loading up.
Look at Rich is just getting ready to go.
I would, if I was Jared, I'd go on the other side.
Yeah, well,
and just come out.
No, I'd come right at him. I would just walk
just
right at him.
point blank Mexican standoff style.
I would walk right at him and just blast him.
So
what?
Rich
Are you
Telford
kidding
submits
me?
Jared Stillwell.
That did not just happen.
Oh, wow. So Rich intimidated Stillwell into just tapping out.
That wouldn't happen with no.
Okay, I'm sorry, ladies and
hey,
gentlemen.
guys, hey, everyone makes their own decisions. You know,
hey,
doesn't want the extra 50 welts that he was going to get in the Mexican standoff.
That's okay. If someone's posted up on me like that, I am going right at him.
Oh man.
Well, that's because again, Rich lives for those moments. Rich wants you to come out. He knows he's going to get shot 15, 20 times too. He doesn't care. He's just like, it's all right. I'll take it. Take the pain. So Stillwell smartly decides to walk out of there
because he already had a bunch of hits on him anyway, so he wanted to clean up. So
yeah. So
we'll give him that.
XSV is going to go up here 6-0, and at least we got a little laugh out of that. So nice job by Rich Telford and the rest of XSV looking phenomenal right now. I mean, they look flawless.
They look really, really good, actually. 6-0. They're playing crisp. They're not making silly mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
No penalties on their side of the fence. I mean,
yeah,
they're playing well. I got nothing but great things to say.
Chris Rapp, they're capitalizing on the mistakes that Thunder's making. They're shooting players off the break. They're making good moves on both sides of the field. So XSV is playing some sound, fundamental paintball right now, and as indicated by their 6-0 score here with Seattle Thunder. Now, I'm really excited about these games we have coming up here. We saw the roster with the with San Antonio X Factor. Really interesting look. We got those games coming up next. X Factor playing Shock, so don't go anywhere at the conclusion of this match. So Rich just getting ready to go. Still was thinking about it. He's like, really? Really? I wish we had a mic on those guys to see what they were saying. Rich loads up. Rich is going to get ready, shoot his gun. This is going to be Rich is getting ready for some fun. And then getting ready to go. But Stillwell thought about it, and he's like, you know what? I'm kind of over it.
Man,
yeah, as soon as that hand goes up, that's signifying your hit. Maybe he was hoping that Rich was going to blaze his back and that they'd get a penalty. The XSV would get a penalty.
Breakout. Jared Stillwell to the snake, too, and he got hit on the break.
That was the one that he didn't take.
Yep.
Thomas Taylor on your screen right now. All the way to the snake. XSV making a nice big move, but ref's going in and check him out right now. Back line, Tommy Tucker at the bottom of your screen. Seattle Thunder trying to save face, down 6-0 right now against XSV. Jaime Lopez getting the snake right there for XSV, going around the corner here in a second.
7 minutes, 35 seconds to go, but with that Jared Stillwell death trying to get all the way to snake 2 off the break, and now Jaime Lopez in good position. XSV just going to lock this field up, but try to start getting some kills out of their bunkers. Excessive does not need to go anywhere. All they need to do is just hang out in their bunkers, and then another death for number 42, Nico Perry, not able to get it done over there on the D side of the field, dying out of his spot. So, you know, Nico's still really young in his paintball career, and he has a high level of talent, so he is going to have the whole offseason to work on his game. Same with Seattle Thunder. Jack Crimian and Corey Field. We've seen Crimian, Field, Perry, Stillwell, Tucker. We've seen all the guys that were out there just playing this last point for Thunder. I've seen all those guys get it done.
Yeah.
So it's possible for Thunder. But that's the tough thing about these teams in the Challengers division, is that it's tough for them to seem to get everyone on the same page, right?
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. And that's, like you said, there's been spots this year where they've just been amazing, and then there's other spots this year where they're just like, man, what are these guys doing? And here it is, one of them right now, and it's a shame because you get on the webcast, all your fans and friends at home are watching. You want to play well for them, and I'm sure they're going to be a little bit disappointed.
Yeah, you get that opportunity to work all year long to display your skills out here. But I'll tell you who's making the most of the opportunity is Excessive here, as Thomas Taylor grabs that flag. Asking for a check real quick. So Thomas Taylor and the rest of Sacramento Excessive, great work by them here in this match. Very excellent job of execution. And yeah, well, yeah, Thomas T-bowed it real quick right now, but he is a man of God, and he is also, you know, big-time family man. So, and a great paintball player. So solid work by Thomas Taylor and the rest of the crew here from Sacramento Excessive. Big shout out to Rich Telford for leading the charge over there with those guys, and the reason that team still exists, and for giving us a little bit of entertainment there at the end of that match. There's Thomas Taylor walking off, going to be high-fiving his boys and celebrating their win. So next up, we have San Antonio X Factor taking on Chicago Aftershock in a pretty good game here, or what should be a good game, with two very aggressive teams. So I doubt we're going to see any sort of conservative play from Shock or X Factor, because they've found success moving forward. And I can't wait to see what we get out of Damage this afternoon. Damage has to play Shock, and they have to play Impact. Impact looks probably the best out of everybody, I would say, out of all the games that we've seen. Chris is smiling over here. Well, Chris, you pick them every single event, so
well, that's because
it's bound to happen. With that lineup, it's bound to happen eventually.
Eventually.
Hey, but anything can happen right now. I mean, look at the standings. I mean, anything can happen. I mean, there's a lot at stake for all these teams right now, too.
Well, we already know who's in the other bracket, who moved on, right? With Houston Heat, they're 4-0. They're on to Sunday.
Houston Heat's 4-0, real high point margin with them. Legion went 0-4. So no, wait, did Legion?
Yeah, 0-4.
Yeah, they went 0-4, and so not looking good. Dynasty out as well. It's the Ironman and Heat moving forward from that bracket. So Los Angeles Ironman, they had some great games. They played great. They were able to dominate Dynasty and beat them 4-0. And Dynasty actually had 2 shutouts. They got shut out twice this event.
You know, and I had a chance to talk to some of those guys, and they're very disappointed, but they understand the situation they lost. And
well,
let's they're realists.
Well, Chris, real quick, we got Lauren Kelly down the sidelines. Looks like she has Stillwell and Rich Telford. Can't wait to hear this one.
Hey guys, down here on the sidelines with Rich Telford and Jared Stillwell. That was a pretty epic play there when you were still in the penalty box and you guys were just kind of waiting for him. We saw you talking down there. Rich, what were you guys talking about?
Well, we both play a lot of Xbox, so I don't know what his username is, so I was trying to get his username, and because he was turning the other way, it's really hard to understand.
Deep conversation. Yeah. How are you feeling standing there knowing what your fate was walking out?
Well, I thank Rich for being nice, I guess. I've never been in the dead box that much, or the penalty box that much, so I didn't know what to do.
All right. Well, thank you so much, guys. Great job for winning. Next up, we're going to have X Factor versus Shock. Who do you guys think is going to take that one?
It's tough. Shock's playing really good, but X Factor can beat anybody on any day.
Do you agree?
I'm giving it to X Factor. Yeah.
All right. We'll see if they're right.
Shock then.
Oh, here we go.
All right, $5 on the game then.
I'm not in this.
I'm from Washington.
that was a great little sparring match right there between Rich Telford and the young Jared Stillwell.
He looks so much bigger.
Yeah, I thought Stillwell. Hey, but
Stillwell's taller.
He's a front guy though. You know, he needs to be small.
He needs to be short.
Yeah, it helps out a lot. So, hey, congratulations to Excessive, and Thunder just not able to get it done against them. We'll be right back after this with San Antonio X Factor taking on Chicago Aftershock. See you in a second.